Welcome back to Persona 4 Golden. Last time we made it up to Yukiko's castle, the 8th floor. In between episodes, I decided to do some grinding. You'll see here that I have almost 60,000 yen. Additionally, I leveled up some of my personas a little bit. So, got a couple of those. I leveled up my party member, so she's level 14 now. She learned a couple new things in between. And Yosuke's up to level 15, and he also learned a couple things. Getting closer to learn some new skills. That's really good. I also healed in between levels. I ran around the first floor a few times. Sorry, I went through that a little bit fast. Yukiko's behind this door, so we're going to go ahead and go in there. But I ran around the first level for a little bit, picked up some items, just healed through battles. You shouldn't have to use any of your SP at that level. You'll just whack everybody for maybe 2 hits at a time, but usually you should be able to one-shot them, and then you can just heal using shuffle times and whatnot. And you can usually get sweet bonuses since you're at a higher level, and you can now get the 2 mores and whatnot, so that's really good.
I wish I'd gotten a better look at you. My, it's getting crowded here. Why don't you and I go somewhere else?
This is a little creepy.
Far, far away where no one knows me. If you're my prince, you'd take me there, won't you? Come on, pretty please.
Oh, I think Teddy just finally figured it out.
3 princes? Wait.
You'll note there at the top right and left corner above the throne there are 2 cages. They're not chandeliers. They're actually cages.
She's my prince.
That's kind of weird.
She always leads the way. She is a strong prince. Or at least she was.
What? What do you mean was?
Was?
Well, I mean, she was never a prince.
She is just not good enough. She can't take me away from here.
There's a throne behind Shadow Yukiko there.
Stop.
Oh, she's awake. She wasn't out.
Manager training? I'm sick of all these things chaining me down.
She's in that pink kimono that we saw her on when she was on TV.
I'm so sick of it. To hell with it all.
I like the tapestry that's hanging behind Shadow Yukiko, the one with the wings. That's a little bit of foreshadowing.
Anywhere but here. Someone please take me away. I can't leave here on my own. I'm completely useless.
Yeah, those cages are kind of symbolic.
Please stop.
Quite symbolic.
I have no hope if I stay, and no courage to leave. So I sit on my ass, hoping that someday my prince will come.
How that was phrased is just hilarious to me for some reason.
As long as it's
Like how the voice actor said it.
I don't give a damn. Historical tradition, pride of the town. What a bunch of bullshit. How dare you?
I kind of wonder how many voices were put together on those.
Isn't that right?
Because you hear the main voice actor, but you hear a couple other voices behind it.
No, you're not me.
Now, this is a bad time to start getting brave. You know, it kind of sounded like an engine revving there. That was kind of weird.
It's building.
What?
More and more. This keeps up. I'll.
This is awkward, guys. This is really awkward. Her laugh's not quite as maniacal as some of the other shadows. How did you get in the ceiling, anyway? Speaking of chandelier, we found it.
Yukiko!
We have to stop it. That girl's in danger. We know.
Yeah, so you see the heart shape like you saw on the tapestry and the wings? Yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, I might want to save her rather than sitting around talking. So this is Shadow Yukiko. I like the feathers falling from the sky.
I am a shadow, the true self.
Really didn't notice that
My
before.
prince, why don't we dance and make merry together?
Hang in there, Yukiko! I'm right here for you!
You can see that creepy sky stuff in the background, too.
Give you plenty to deal with.
Alright, we're gonna start out. We're gonna use. Just not that. Yes, this one. Secunda, which will lower her hit and evasion. More for the hit. For Yosuke, he uses mostly wind attacks, so we'll just hit him, hit her with our normal attack for right now. Obviously, Shadow Yukiko is weak to fire. She will also use mostly fire attacks, so Chie and Shadow Yukiko are kind of opposites in that case. So when we attack her, she will go down, and we want to immediately do an all-out attack. If you hit her again with like ice and then you hit her again with ice, she won't become dizzy. I don't think you can make bosses dizzy like that, so that's unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Mid-bosses, I think you can.
What? Are you trying to make me mad?
So yeah, she's gonna cast White Wall on herself, which raises her ice resistance, so she won't be able to be hit by any of Chie's ice attacks. So let's just go ahead and wail on her for right now. Alright, as soon as that happens, as soon as she has a passionate stare, guard. This is just like Yosuke and Chie's shadow cells. They'll use a major attack, so she uses Burned Ashes. That attack can kill, well, it will kill you. And it'll definitely kill Chie if it doesn't kill you right away. So let's just go ahead and wail on her for a little bit. This will change here very shortly. Oh, there goes. Ice resistance goes back. Oh, that's... what? That wasn't even remotely fair. This is from previously. We had a social link, or have a couple social links with Yosuke there. So now, when somebody goes down like that, he will sometimes help recover them. And we'll get that for all of our party members. You doesn't get that, I don't believe, but that's okay because it's not necessary. Oh good, hits me instead of Chie. Obviously, if Chie gets hit with a fire attack, she'll go down, since it's her weakness. Additionally, you don't want to use any personas that are weak to fire, because that will just suck for you. So don't use any, if you can get them, don't use any personas that are weak to fire. If you have personas that are not weak to fire but have ice, you might want to bring them along with you. And we'll talk about that. Obviously don't use any fire attacks. They're not going to be at any use at this point in time. I believe I don't know if she reflects it, absorbs it, or just...
Show me this strength.
Hang on, let's find out here.
Come, my prince.
She absorbs it, so if you cast fire on her, she'll just absorb it, and that will really suck for you. Alright, so this is the Charming Prince. We're actually going to go ahead and switch to Archangel. Now, Archangel has Zio, so we're going to go ahead and use Zio against the Charming Prince. He's weak to it. He resists wind, though, so you don't want to use any of Yosuke's wind attacks. So let's just go ahead and continue to wail on Shadow Yukiko a little bit. Let's go ahead and whack the Charming Prince. He's dizzy, so he can't do anything. That's not good. Let's go ahead and reduce the defense of Mr. Charming Prince down there. We really want to take him out as quickly as we can. He has a habit of trying to run when his hit points get low. And actually, maybe even before then, I've had some weird times where he's just come into battle and then straight up ran away. He's back up. He will try and silence your guys, especially Chie with the ice resistance, or the ice attack. Okay, so she's got a passionate stare. Let's see if we can get a electric attack in on the little guy down there.
That's how it's done.
And then go ahead and guard. I wouldn't normally do that, but I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit bold today.
Chie-chan can't use her persona.
Yeah, so when your members are silenced, that simply means that they can't use their personas, so no skills for you. That could be a little problematic. Okay, so let's go ahead and use Zio on little guy. Let's go ahead and do it again. You really want to take him out. Like I said, if he runs, you can't use any, you won't get the experience for it, which is bad. Additionally, you want to keep him down because he will use healing attacks on Shadow Yukiko, which can be really annoying. Which is use White Wall again. That's perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and use Zio and the Charming Prince. He's almost down. Let's go ahead and just get in the last attack. There we go. Did she just cast White Wall? I think she did, so let's just go ahead and attack her.
My prince! My dear prince!
Yep, so after you defeat the Charming Prince, he will not come back.
Why? Why won't he come?
Unfortunately, that means that
Now's your chance to attack.
Shadow Yukiko is going to be a little upset. Oh, I missed. That sucked. Okay, we want to make sure. Let's actually use. So I have Medea, which slightly restores the entire party's HP. I want to make sure everybody gets up. Tries to stay at max at this point in time. Actually, I'm going to heal our leader. If you die, game over. So we want to make sure that you stay at high level. Let's go ahead and try ice. I don't remember. Okay, she's just resisting it right now. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, now that I've got Archangel equipped, he knows that the ice attack as well. So let's go ahead and use it. Just a moment too soon. I should have figured. That usually happens. I get distracted. So, okay, let's use Dia on Chie. Go ahead and take her down. Next round, I'm going to go ahead and use the defense lowering debuff, which will help take her down a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't like that number on my hit points, so I'm going to go ahead and heal. I almost always have a dedicated healer in my party like that. Who will? Yeah, so you see I did 98 points of damage rather than the 60. So that's great. But I almost always have a dedicated healer in my party who hangs back and chills. Actually, that background that's moving is actually a heart. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. She's insulting us. Oh, this is bad. Fear is a bad thing. We have Patra, which dispels panic, fear, and rage. I don't know if you can have multiple status debuffs like that on you. Probably. Let's go ahead and attack. Fear, you can just stand there blindly, doing nothing. You can attack, and sometimes you'll even run from battle. It's the run from battle that becomes a problem. I don't know if you can run... I don't know if your party members can leave boss battles, but in usual battles, they'll just leave. So she used the white wall, so just go and attack. We could use one of our regular, or fancy attacks, but we're not going to. There again.
You're nearly there.
Yeah, so we were about down to a quarter, I think. She's not doing any actual damage against us right now. Oh, that was just stupid. Okay, defense return, or turn to normal. Oh, nice, we dodged that. So let's go ahead and use the defense debuff again. And we just want to go to town at this point in time. I don't think the ice reverted at this point in time, so... Oh, there it is. Oh, see, this time she didn't warn us.
Chie-chan's down! This isn't good!
So that's not good.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
So apparently, the last time she won't warn you. So she can use White Wall again, that's fine. Did we get the defense against her? Yes, we did, okay. So let's go ahead, we can't use that. Let's go ahead and use Medea. Because I can heal myself and she at the same time. Let's just go ahead and continue wailing. Shadow Yukiko, we're almost there. Okay, fine.
Yosuke's scared!
We want to take care of that, like, right now.
Sorry.
I don't know if feared members take any additional damage, but we're not gonna find out. Alright, we took her down. Awesome, so we get a ton of experience, and we get a ton of money. And we level up.
Hey, congrats.
Awesome, so we're up to level 16. That is a great level to be at the end of this dungeon.
All right, I leveled up.
So Yosuke leveled up, so he's level 16 as well. Just kind of go through this. Now Chie is level 15 as well. Awesome. So do we save Yukiko? Hope so.
Yukiko! Yukiko, are you hurt?
No, hey, look, it's her again.
No, I'm not.
We understand. You're not the only one like that, Yukiko-san. Everyone has something they can't show to other people, or don't want to admit to themselves.
Yukiko, I'm sorry.
What did you do?
Self-centered that I never understood what you were going through.
So what, this is all your fault?
Your friend, and I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna blame you.
Chie.
I was always jealous of you, Yukiko. You had everything that I didn't.
Unfortunately,
Jealousy
the,
was like a wall, and
like the fact that Chie looks like she's supposed to be crying and the voice acting doesn't really go together.
but it was me.
Well, I don't know about
who
anybody else,
needed
but I
you.
sound like,
I can't do
I don't know, I'm
anything
drowning
right
when I'm
on my
crying.
own. I've caused so much trouble for Yosuke and the others. If you weren't by my side, I wouldn't know what to do.
Chie. I never saw the real you either. I was too busy trying to find an easy way out.
Oh, how sweet.
I want to run away. I want someone to save me. You're right. Those feelings are part of me too. I understand now. You're me.
Alright, so she is accepted Shadow Yukiko, or not Shadow Yukiko? Probably one of my favorite Persona, what do you want to call it? Designs. There we go. Persona designs. Yeah. I just think it looks so, I don't know what the word is, elegant maybe? Oh, Yukiko's down.
Yukiko!
I mean, I like the other ones too, and
Yes.
I don't know, I just like that one in
tired.
particular. There's
You
one
came to rescue me.
after this
Of
one.
course.
I don't know how to explain this
Thank
without spoiling it, but
Don't even mention it.
let's just say there's evolutions, much like Pokemon, and they
Right
they
on.
change. And there's one after that. They look very similar, but
So,
slightly
who
different.
threw you in here?
Teddy, is this really the time?
Huh? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Rather,
with
what are
Yukiko.
you?
I'm Teddy. So who threw you in?
I don't know. I think someone called my name, but my memory's a blur. I can't remember who it was. I'm sorry, Teddy.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
No new clues.
Not necessarily. Now we know for sure that someone threw Yukiko-san in here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, kind
And
of.
it really isn't you guys.
Wait, did you still think it was us? You still suspected us?
No.
That face.
Absolutely not.
You're one lying sack of honey.
Is that
Anyways,
supposed to...
let's
Well,
hurry
it's
back
not
home.
censored, because this game doesn't
Yukiko
censor
looks exhausted.
bad words, so...
Once again, Teddy.
Huh. Wait, you're leaving me here?
Don't you live here?
Leaving you? What are you talking about? You live here.
Well, yeah.
Don't you have friends or something here?
I'm sorry, Teddy. I promise to come again. So be a good boy and wait here until then.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like my cat when she's, like, upset about something.
Getting crowded here. Why don't you and I go somewhere else? Come on, pretty please.
Did you just... like...
Ah, you're giving me the creeps. That's it. You're stuck here for the rest of your life.
Didn't you just take what Yukiko's shadow said and then just turn it around on Yukiko? Because that's creepy. Yeah, we're back at,
Are you all right?
Juness.
You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
No, I'm just a little tired.
Do you remember anything? Really, you can choose any option there. I was just
I don't
thinking what might
remember
sound
anything.
a little bit more
Well,
interesting.
no worries. You're safe, and that's more than enough.
That's right.
But there's no mistake that Yukiko-san was, attacked the same way as the last two victims. And I think
Call it
the one we
attacks.
saw on the Midnight
Kidnapped?
Channel wasn't
Sort
the real
of.
Yukiko-san, but her shadow. Maybe the things Yukiko-san was suppressing in this world took form in the TV.
That's kind of weird.
You know, Teddy was saying
Ooh,
something.
changed music.
It's no use. I'm just going round
Thinking
and round
music,
in
I guess.
circles. What kind of person could be doing this?
A creep? You want to choose let's call it a day? Because your understanding will increase here in a second. Yay! And we want that. We need that.
Yeah. We
I
can
don't say
go
you want
over
that,
it
you
some other
need
time.
that.
Yukiko really needs to get some rest. I'll take her home.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Yukiko-san must be exhausted.
Oh, poor Yukiko. I'm gonna take her
We'll
home.
talk about all this some more once she gets her strength back.
That's a good idea. When will that be? Tomorrow? No, that can't be the case. Alright, we rescued Yukiko, but we still don't know what the hell's going on. Not surprising. So we get to wait for Yukiko to recover. Essentially, each time that you rescue someone, you have to wait until the end of the period that you would have been able to rescue them to continue on with the storyline.
He's home!
Yay! Tojima's home. And he's with,
Hello.
that person.
Hi there. We got off work at the same time, so I'm giving him a ride back to his place. I thought we might as well swing by.
Sure.
Nice to meet you. I'm Adachi, the guy who's been your dad's slave since spring.
Adachi, huh?
I can still work you harder, you know.
A good one, sir.
Yeah, I don't think Tojima's lying.
Oh, I almost forgot. You're friends with Yukiko Amagi, right?
How do you know?
We found her safe and sound. Tell all your friends at school.
We all know already.
Huh? Really? Is this yesterday's news? But this doesn't mean the case is closed, though. We were just questioning Miss Amagi. But she says she doesn't remember anything that happened while she was missing. And
Why are
we
you
can't
telling me
figure out
this?
her whereabouts during the missing period either. It's like she really disappeared.
Are you supposed to be
It's all
telling me
pretty
this?
fishy, if you ask me. Like there's something else going on. Ow!
I don't know if you're supposed to be able to hit
Stop
your subordinates when you're,
blabbering,
you know, even if you're detectives, but
Sorry.
that was still pretty funny.
Ignore him. He's just spouting some wild fantasy.
Are you doubting Yukiko?
Don't worry. The police aren't common hayseeds who believe everything they hear.
Common
He's just
hayseeds.
muttering
That's
to
one
himself.
phrase that I've
Don't
never
take
heard
it
before.
seriously.
This game, anyway.
I'm hungry.
Oh, poor Nanako.
You're right. My stomach's growling too.
So you do have a softer side around Nanako-chan, sir.
Shut up and sit down.
Sit down.
Wash those hands first. I should do the same.
What are we having for dinner? So we're just going to go ahead and save our progress this far, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching!